What's going on there, baby? It's Glenn for the latest news. And if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna start this one off with saying RIP to the legend of Sabu, who passed a couple of days ago. I heard he wrestled a match week prior, but he had sustained a crazy injury with his foot, where he should have went to the hospital right away. Now I don't know if that has something to do with his death or whatever, but I just wanna send my condolences to his family, fans, his fans. I was a fan. Hell, I don't even think Sabu actually wrestled a regular match. It was always crazy matches for that guy, man. I don't know, man. I just wanna send my condolences to his family again. Sabu was definitely a legend. I grew up watching Sabu early ECW days, man. He was a beast, man. He was down to his last days. He wrestled his last few matches, and he was a beast. So I just want to send my condolences and stuff to the family of Sabu, and I'm gonna miss Sabu. I didn't even know he was still wrestling, So rest in peace to the legend Sabu, man. But we get into Monday Night Raw. We started the night off with CM Punk. CM Punk was pretty much saying, yeah, I gotta watch my back a little more, when it comes to certain people. He said Paul Heyman, I should have known about him, the backstabber. He's known for doing that, but his beef is more so with Seth freaking Rollins. His problem is made more so with Seth Rollins, because he's feeling like Seth Rollins is trying to pretty much take his spot as the Toomey CM Punk, like he mentioned in the promo there. So that things is picking up, and he had CM Punk had his allies in Sami Zayn, and on main event Jay Uso. He got some allies there, but how that kind of ended or whatever was a little shaky, because I know CM Punk is teaming up with Sami Zayn to take on Seth Rollins, and the dogs is out. Roof, roof. Braun Breaker. So that's at Saturday Night Main Event, by the way. That should be in another week's time, I believe, or this week. And I know Logan Paul is supposed to be going against, Jay Uso for the World Championship on Saturday Night Main Event. And also, Gunther, he came out there and pretty much told Jay Uso in his face, whoever the winner of that match, I got next. Pretty much saying I got next. You know what I mean? Which obviously Jay Uso is gonna end up beating Logan Paul. Logan Paul is not beating Jay Uso. It's not happening. It's gonna make good for a good match and a close call, but he's not beating no Jay Uso. It's gonna definitely be set up now that we know Gunther's gonna be the next challenger. It's definitely set up to be a Gunther versus Jay Uso rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's obvious now that Jay Uso is going to win that match. So you could call that what we call a filler match, between Logan Paul and Jay Uso. Also, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley had a match with Roxanne Perez, and I don't even know what was the point. The match that match ended the night, which I ain't gonna lie, I don't know where they getting at. I don't know if they trying to put Rhea Ripley back in the title picture. That's what it's looking like, but I'm a little over that for now. But that pretty much ended the main event. Also, Penta was he was out there. He attacked Carlito, and he pretty much getting his get back for Dirty Dom and Finn for in his match that took place. But Raw wasn't really much really much cover. It was a boring show. In my opinion, could have been better. The only thing that stuck out was CM Punk, Seth Rollins, the Braun Breaker, and wise man Paul Heyman. Those segments from the beginning, and I believe that towards the end of the night, that's when things picked up. And it also looked like Sami Zayn was gonna. That's how everybody make it seem like Sami Zayn was gonna do the turn, or people feel like Sami Zayn is gonna do the turn. I feel like he's gonna do the turn that fight on Saturday Night Main Event. It's possible, but I don't think Sami Zayn is gonna be the third man. Because it's already too obvious to others and most. So I don't know. I feel like the third man gonna be Big Bronson Reed. That'd be a better fit. But then again, would it be Big Bronson Reed? Because he did catch Seth Rollins with 6 tsunamis. You know what I mean? I don't think Seth Rollins forgot about that shit. I mean, I wouldn't forget about it. But then again, who's to say that those guys did? So that there's differences behind the scenes, or to make it seem like that. They came to some type of agreement, and maybe it would be Big Bronson Reed join Seth Rollins. That would be fake. I ain't gonna lie. That would be OD fake if Big Bronson Reed joins. But they definitely need a third member, so maybe we'll find out who that third member will be at Saturday night's main event with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins take on Sami Zayn and CM Punk at Saturday night's main event, because we're gonna have to figure out who this third member is gonna be. But besides that, besides Gunther making his statement known that he's next in line for the World Heavyweight Championship, and CM Punk pretty much told Seth Rollins, nigga, you ain't gonna be champions for as long as I can breathe. So we can continue to see they feud go on for quite some months, because Seth Rollins want that WWE Championship back too, but it don't look like he's gonna get it, because CM Punk is dick rodding. CM Punk pretty much said, yo, I'm gonna dick rod you for as long as I can, for you don't get that championship. That's pretty much what he said, man, and that's pretty much what's gonna happen. So Seth Rollins, he can get a championship match opportunity, but CM Punk said he's gonna dick rod every chance he get for as long as he lives. So you can continue to see that feud continue on. Finn Balor had a match with AJ Styles. That was a good match. That's where all the interference came into field with Penta, Carlito, and the Judgment Day. But AJ Styles came up on top. He beat Finn Balor. I don't know what I know Finn Balor on his way up out of there. I'm hearing Finn Balor supposed to have like his own little thing. He about to start outside of the Judgment Day, because he's pretty much over the Judgment Day, obviously. I'm surprised it's lasting this long, that he's still around within the Judgment Day. But it's obvious that he's out of the Judgment Day, and he's gonna either do his own thing, or he could possibly bring back the demon Finn Balor, which he should. It's been long overdue. I mean, only if he going solo, bring the demon Finn Balor back. But if he's planning on having some type of faction, I don't know who he's gonna have possibly join with him. I don't know. But Raw was a decent show. It was type boring. It wasn't much of a good show. But we get into now SmackDown. SmackDown was like a better show last night. I ain't gonna lie. SmackDown was a way better show than what Monday Night Raw was. Like I said, it was just some key points there for Monday Night Raw, but SmackDown actually kind of delivered last night. It started with Solo Sikoa and his with JC, the new part of the bloodline, and Jacob too. Solo was out there pretty much trying to coattail dick ride off of Jacob Fatu and his success, and started trying to use his catchphrase, I'm all gas, no brakes with it. Like, nah, you can't. He had to stop him. Jacob Fatu stops him right there. Like, nah, you ain't gonna be dick riding my shit, nigga. You gotta get your own shit. Then he tried to, shout him like, yo, what's that thing you used to say? What's the thing you used to say? How you used to love me? I love you. I used to say that. I used to say that. Like pretty much, chastising fucking Jacob Fatu into saying, what he used to say to Solo Sikoa. But I'm thinking the crowd is gonna, feed into what Solo Sikoa is. And I didn't really hear the crowd like I was expecting the crowd to, say what Jacob Fatu used to say to us, I love you. So I thought the crowd was gonna go crazy with that, but the crowd was tight weak on SmackDown, man. This week, they need to go back overseas, man. I ain't gonna lie, they need to go back overseas where the crowd actually, is into the show, and they make you more in tune to the show, because they just keep going and going. Like, it's just the crowd is lackluster with that. I thought the crowd was gonna feed off of that, but Jacob Fatu held his own with that. Before LA Knight came out, he got beef with JC, Jeff Cobbs on the Cub. So corn on the Cub. So Jeff Cobb, I ain't gonna lie, Jeff Cobb is for him to be his age, he's like very talented. He showed that later in the night, when him and LA Knight had that match. They had a match. I guess nobody, you could say nobody was really expecting JC to have his debut on this past last night's SmackDown. Nobody expected that, but man, that got fake. I ain't gonna lie, he's fake. I ain't gonna lie, he's fucking fake. For him to be his age, he held his own. LA Knight actually even came out on top and beat LA Knight. No homo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, SmackDown definitely delivered. Hell, Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton had a great match for the women's championship. Them two women work real good together. Like, Nia Jax have a few, women that she worked well with together in the ring. Because I know a lot of Nia Jax get a lot of critics, for her ring work and stuff like that. She definitely got better over the years. But for what I could see and notice, she have great matches with like the likes of Tiffany Stratton, of course, and I want to say Naomi. Like, her and Naomi be having some great matches too. Now, outside of that, I don't know, because she really ain't been fighting nobody else outside of that. Hell, Nia Jax just came back herself, so you know what I'm saying. But outside of that, she ain't really been fighting nobody else. Also, Praxium and Praxium, who they was? They fought DIY in a great tag team match. The tag team division starting to kind of pick up sort of over there. They trying to pick that thing back up. We all know the Street Profits are the current tag team champions right now. They wasn't on the show this week. I think they had a backstage segment. Backstage segment, I believe, but that was it. They wasn't really on the cause. I guess you could say they had a bye week. Naomi came out there, tried to intervene in that match with Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, but until Jay Cargill came out, for a get back. And also, my boy, it's qualifying matches going on for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. My boy Solo Sikoa came out on top due to all the dick riding his people was doing. He called Big Jim with Samoan Spike, and he called Ray Phoenix with Samoan Spike. He called him good too, by the way. He called him real good. He called both of them real good. And Solo Sikoa came out on top, and now he's in the qualifying match for the Money in the Bank. Now we also got R-Truth, facing John Cena at Saturday night's main event. I think it's for the championship. But pretty much R-Truth's like, yo, I don't even want to fight John Cena like that. I just want to beat some sense into him. He pretty want his childhood hero to come back to his senses. Shout out to R-Truth. I can't wait to see how that match turns out. Like, I know R-Truth gonna come up with his comedy stuff and whatever the case may be, but I wonder if it's gonna be like a quick match, or how they gonna plan that John Cena versus R-Truth match, because we kind of all seen it like coming or whatever, but I didn't think it would be this soon. Like, I don't know, man. I know R-Truth is definitely not winning, but it's definitely gonna be like some type of something's gonna happen there. Something has to happen there. It can't just be John Cena squashing R-Truth like that, man. Cody Rhodes gotta return or something. If they, as you see, they advertising Cody Rhodes for the Money in the Bank thing there. So I don't know. I think my boy Raheem was on his way back sooner rather than later, because they advertised him on the Money in the Bank poster. So what does that mean? Is he's gonna return at Saturday Night Main Event, possibly to help R-Truth? Also, Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest is going to have a steel cage match at Saturday Night Main Event. This should be the end of the feud right here with this match. Should be the end of the feud. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely going to be a good match, just like Mania was with them. It was an alright match with those two, but this should definitely be the closing match between those two. Also, The Miz, man, he taking the black mask from my boy Aleister Black. Like, he done took, like, that was like his 4th black mask, because Aleister Black went against Carmelo Hayes, the one that never missed, and he caught my boy, and then the match ended with no contest, and then he called, and then my boy Carmelo Hayes called Aleister Black with nothing but man. Then that shit was fake. He called him good too. You know what I mean? But I don't know what they doing with Aleister Black and Carmelo Hayes. It's obvious it's definitely gonna be, another match between those two guys. It's definitely not over between those two, obviously. And the Miz gotta stop taking the black mask, man. That's like the 4th time he took the black mask. But shout out to the Miz, man, for still holding it down for 20 plus years in the WWE. I know a lot of people don't like the Miz like that, but Miz, I like the Miz. He played his role the way he should play it. We gotta give Miz some type of credit when credit is due, for what role that he's playing. Yeah, and as you see there, Street Profits, they had a backstage segment with Praxi, but that was it. They wasn't really on the card. I believe they definitely not don't have no match for Saturday Night Main Event, but they definitely was probably have a match at Money in the Bank for those tag team belts. I don't know if it's going to be like a tag team versus tag team, or maybe another multi-man tag team match, which won't be a bad thing. It's Money in the Bank. It consists of ladders, so if they wanted to go there, they could go there again. But that ladder match on the last SmackDown was awesome. It should have been on the WrestleMania card between the Street Profits, DIY, and I forgot who else is in that match. But it was a great tag team match. That was on the SmackDown that week. That should have been on the WrestleMania card, which we already talked about that. But SmackDown was like a better show, I'm not gonna lie, than what Raw was. It definitely picked up a tad bit since after Backlash. As you see, we got these qualifying matches. We got the women's qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank. That's pretty much what's going to be going on for the next couple of weeks. Qualifying matches, and leading up to Saturday night's main event. Which the cards look great so far, but out of definitely that Jay Uso, Logan Paul, John Cena, all true filler match, man. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about the shows.